What's up, guys? What's up, strategic networkers? Glad you're here. We'll kick it off here in just a second. Glad you guys are on. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Say hello in the chat. We'll get started here in just a second. Hey, hey. Hey, guys, appreciate you hopping on. We're going to start here in just a second. Say hey in the chat, especially those of you that have been on YouTube live before. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. All right. Got a few folks messaging me, trying to figure out how to hop on. Go to my YouTube channel. Pretty simple. All right, let's see here. Good deal. Hey, Holly. Glad you're on. What's up, guys? Use the chat. Say hello. Let me know where you're coming live from. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Again, use the chat feature to say where you're chiming in from. Let me know where you're coming live from. What's up, Tina? I see you there. Glad you're here. Hey, guys, as you're hopping on, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're coming live from. We'll get started here in just a minute. All right, all right. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey, Mike, see you messaging me. Say hey in the chat on YouTube Live. Say hey to everyone. We'll get started here in less than a minute. We're going to kick it off. Hey, Emily. What's up, Emily? Glad to see you on. I'm getting a text. I can't find the chat, but I'm on. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're here. Well, cool, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. I don't know why that glare is on my screen there. I apologize about that. Hey, guys. Excited you're here. Strategic Networkers. Excited to come to you live today to share with you some insights that I've had this past, actually, several months. I've been journaling a lot. And I don't know if you guys journal or not. Maybe you can let me know in the chat if you can find the chat on here. I know some of you can't find it because you've texted me and told me that. But when you go to the chat, you can I can see what you say on the chat. Let me say that. So you can let me know some feedback if you journal or not. But for me personally, you know, I've got this journal that I fill up full of a lot of notes. I mean, a ton of notes, everything from conference calls to trainings to ideas, you name it. Hey, Yolanda, welcome on. Glad you're here. And it allows me, it gives me a chance to really reflect, and then it gives me a chance to go back and see what I was thinking a day ago, a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. And there's been a lot that has transpired in, hey, Bonnie, glad you're here. Welcome on. There's been a lot that has transpired over the last good bit with me in regards to training for the Spartan trifecta. And, you know, recently, just in my journaling, I noticed that a lot of the stuff that I was journaling about had so much to do with my network marketing business. It was unreal. And so I wanted to share some of that with you. And maybe you've done that before, right? Have you ever watched a movie or viewed something and you thought, man, that applies so much to my network marketing business, or that applies so much to my life, right? We do that all the time, right? We see a movie, we're like, oh my gosh, that's so much like building a network marketing business, right? We see it everywhere because this is what we do, right? As strategic networkers, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is how we roll. So we see it everywhere. And for me, when I was taking some notes, I thought there were some ahas in here that would be enlightening for many of you guys. And that's the reason why I wanted to share it today. And so just in case you don't know what a Spartan race is, or what a Spartan trifecta is, let me first start with that so you kind of understand like what I was going through, what I was preparing for, and then I'm going to share with you how it applies massively to your business in a way that I think is going to give you some ahas and some encouragement. It's going to help you take a sigh of relief. It's going to help you to know if you're on the right track or not. It's going to give you some things to ponder. It's going to give you some things to implement. So I think it's going to be healthy for you in your network marketing business, and for that matter, every area of your life. But a Spartan race, first of all, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Spartan, Spartan is a brand of a terrain race and obstacle course that is global, literally all over the planet. There are people that pay money to go to a race that is done through terrain, depending on the terrain of the area geographically that they may be racing, maybe uphill, downhill, up mountains, down mountains, maybe through streams, through rivers, you name it. And you're running through this terrain, through a lot of mud, through a lot of grass, a lot of water, a lot of uphill, downhill, and then you also mix it in with obstacles. And they have different distances of different races that you can go through. And the longer the race, the more obstacles that you have to go through to complete the race. And then they track your time. And a lot of people just run it just to see if they can complete it. I mean, their goal is like, hey, I just want to survive. I want to cross the finish line. Like, I don't care about my time. I just want to make it, right? And that's fine. And then you've got the competitive wave. And these people try to see how fast they can accomplish it. They want to crush every obstacle, and they want to run it as fast as they can. What's up, Rico? Glad you're here, brother. And so that's kind of the goal of a Spartan race, right? Well, the Spartan trifecta is a combination of 3 different races in a calendar year that you have to complete. It's the Spartan Sprint, the Spartan Super, and the Spartan Beast. And so those 3 races, it's a 5K, a 10K, and a 21K. And there's a certain amount of obstacles for each one. You have 20 obstacles on the 5K, 25 obstacles on the 10K, and 30 obstacles on the 21K. And so at the beginning of the year, I decided that I was going to run the Spartan trifecta this year. Now understand, if you don't know me, you may or may not know, without me telling you, that I am not a runner. I actually despise running. I do not enjoy running at all. There's no part of running that entices me. There's no part of running that I enjoy. I don't enjoy running gear. I don't enjoy running. I don't enjoy finishing a run, like doing a run, starting a run, thinking about a run. Like, all of that to me is completely miserable. I'll be honest with you. I'm more of like a weightlifting guy, and I pretty much stick with that. But I knew that this would push me mentally, and I knew it would push me physically, because you see, my goal was to become the most fit that I've ever been in my entire life this year, 2020, at the time of us coming live on this YouTube channel. Okay. I wanted to become the most fit I'd ever been in my entire life. And I'm going to tell you how this applies to your network marketing business here in just a second. But I decided to do that. And of course, COVID-19, the virus hit. And so some of the Spartan races I had registered for got canceled and postponed. And they came out with this Spartan virtual race that you could do, which is funny. They call it a virtual race because there's nothing virtual about it except for the fact that you're not physically racing next to somebody. So you're actually still doing a race. You're still running outside. You're still in the terrain, and you're still doing obstacles. You're just not doing it next to anybody else. So you're tracking your own time and sending it in to Spartan to see how you did compared to everybody else across the globe. Well, I've been training for the Spartan trifecta this year, and I've put in a lot of training for that. And we're going to talk about that and how it applies to your network marketing business and some of the things that I learned, because I've recently finished this past Saturday, I did the Spartan Beast, which is a 21K, 13.05 mile run and 30 obstacles combined. And then today, literally earlier today, in the middle of a huge thunderstorm and crazy storm, I decided to do the Spartan Super, which is a 10K and 25 obstacles. And then sometime this week, I haven't planned it yet, I'll do the Spartan Sprint, which is a 5K and 20 obstacles. And so there's a lot that I've learned in the preparation that applies so much to the network marketing business that I wanted to share with you guys. And the first thing is the fact that you got to make a decision. So that number one is you have to decide. See, when I was making my New Year's resolutions, which I usually take almost a week to prepare for a new year, it is a very tedious process for me. It's something I treat extremely seriously. You know, most people plan a vacation, they never plan a life. For me, I plan out what I want to accomplish for the year. I'm very serious about that process. It's a very thorough, in-depth process that I go through to start my year to figure out what it is that I actually want to accomplish. And I put down that I wanted in 2020 to be the most fit that I've ever been in my entire life. Now, I'm 32 years old this year in 2020. Later in August, I'll turn 33. And so at 32, I decided I want to be the most fit I've ever been in my entire life. This is the year that I want to get in the best shape I've ever been in. And so when I set that as a goal, I made that decision. I said, this is not what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. And that's what you got to do in your network marketing business. Like, you can't just say, you know, this is something that you're kind of doing and you hope it works out. No, you got to make a decision on what it is that you want in your life. You got to make a decision, a hardcore decision. And I made that decision. I said, I'm going to be in the best shape of my life in 2020. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew I had made a decision. And so the second thing is you got to have a goal. So at that point, what is your goal? What is it that would, when you go back and you think, okay, well, if I decided I'm going to be in the best shape of my life, what does that look like? What was my goal going to be to accomplish for me to say that I'm in the best shape of my life? Well, understand this. In January of this year, when I was setting these intentions for the new year, and I said I want to be in the best shape of my life, I had only run one 10K in my life at that point. A 10K terrain race with a handful of obstacles was the farthest I had ever run. The second place farthest that I had ever been is a 5K. So again, I'm not a runner. Okay, I'm not a runner. So here it is, January 1st, and I'm setting my New Year's intentions, and I say I'm going to be in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. I made that decision. It's going to happen. So how is it that I can determine if I've accomplished my goal? Because that's my goal. How is it I can determine if I've accomplished my goal? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do the Spartan trifecta. The Spartan trifecta. Now, for those of you that, again, have never done a terrain race or an obstacle course or anything like that, or you've never done any long distance running or anything physically just crazy like what a Spartan trifecta is, you may or may not understand just how crazy it is. Okay. But I made that decision. And I said, okay, by accomplishing the Spartan trifecta in 2020, I will know for sure that I'm in the best shape of my life, because never in my 32 years of existence have I been in good enough shape to run 21K, which is 13.05 miles. It's half of a marathon as a non-runner, and do 30 obstacles, and do a 10K with 25 obstacles, and do a 5K with 20 obstacles in 1 year. Never in my life have I been in that good of shape, ever in my life. So I thought, hey, if my goal is to be in the best shape of my life, how I'm going to quantify that goal is to do the Spartan trifecta, which is crazy talk. Like, that is beyond my wildest imagination to go out there and make it happen. And I'm glad, hey, Mike, glad you found the chat button. That's awesome. And so it was a big, big goal for me. But see, I had already made the decision to make it happen. And again, you got to decide to make it happen in your network marketing business. Second thing is, what is your goal? How are you going to quantify if you've reached what your goal is? What is your goal this year in 2020 in your network marketing business? Do you have one? Because if not, you've got to make one. And you're going to see why here in just a second. So again, I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I'm going to do the Spartan trifecta. That's how I'm going to know I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. So what do we do from there? the next step is to tell the world. See, I told everybody I was going to do the Spartan trifecta. I let people know that this year I was going to do it. Now, I didn't know how I was going to train for it. I didn't know when I was going to do it. I certainly didn't know that some things were going to be delayed with the COVID-19 virus, and some of the places I was intending to travel and fly to complete some of these races were going to be closed. I mean, most of them didn't postpone. They closed. They stopped, right? I didn't know that was going to be a challenge. You're going to have challenges when you go for your goal. We're going to talk about that too. But you have to tell the world. You have to have that kind of accountability. See, because I let people know that I was going to go out there and make it happen, I had to make it happen. Either that or the caveat to that, to not make it happen, would be to accept defeat in the shame of letting people that I told that I was going to make this happen down. Am I going to go out there and make it happen, or am I going to let everybody that's thought that I would never make it happen, am I going to prove them right? Am I going to prove what I said I was going to do right? Or am I going to prove the naysayers who said, yeah, you'll never make it happen? Am I going to prove them right? Which one is it? So let the world know. Set the accountability. So I did that. I let everybody know I'm going to do the Spartan trifecta. Scared out of my mind. How in the world am I ever going to make this happen? How am I going to get in the shape to make this happen? How am I going to find the time to make this happen? Decided to go out there and to make it happen, right? The next thing from there is to go all in. And so when I say go all in, you have to hold your feet to the fire. See, what I did is I went out and I bought everything I needed to complete the trifecta before I had ever even registered for the trifecta. I bought new shoes for terrain racing and obstacle course training, specifically designed for that. I bought new socks. I bought new compression wear. I bought new shirts like this Spartan one here. I bought all 3 tickets without even purchasing the dates or the location. I bought a Spartan Sprint ticket that expired this year. I bought a Spartan Super ticket that expired this year. I bought a Spartan Beast ticket that expired this year. $350 worth of tickets, might I add, that I purchased without even knowing when or where I was going to do it. Why? Because I decided that I'm going all in. I'm getting everything that I need in order to accomplish my goal. So let me ask you a question. How are you applying that to your network marketing business? Are you all in? Are you registered for your next national convention? Are you registered for your next big event? Or are you waiting to see right up to the date of that next event how committed you are? Are you committed so much that you're already registered? Or are you waiting to see if you're going to be committed right before the event and then you register? Because for me, before I even had the dates, before I was in shape enough to do it, before I had a plan in place, I went ahead and told the world I was going to do it, which is accountability, and I went all in. I bought everything that I needed to go out there and to make it happen. That's funny, Cornell. I see you said take care of your body, it'll take care of you. I'm going to talk about that in just a second as well. I'm going to talk about that in just a second as well. So I bought everything. Look, I bought gloves. I even bought stickers that were the completion stickers for running the 3 races that I had not even ran yet. I didn't even have on my planner yet, but I bought the completion stickers. I even bought, I wish I didn't have these headphones plugged in, I'd show you. I even bought a plaque